block up, block nation. Nah, cause for real, I'm sick of this shit. Real live. I'm sick of yous, all of yous. I'm sick of yous. And some of y'all was typing hard too. Y'all came on my page, like I said, the Ravens was garbage or something. One dude was like, "Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You said y'all had a good chance to win the game. That's why I said something." I'm like, bro, I'm not supposed to have faith in my team that they're gonna win a game. Stop it, man. What we talking about? What we talking about, man? Flock Nation, I'm disappointed. Cause I guarantee you, going into the games that we played y'all this year, every last one of them, y'all thought y'all was gonna win every last one of them, and y'all's record against us was like 1-9 at the time, or 1-8 at the time, or something like that. Were you delusional for thinking y'all was gonna beat us when y'all took an L? No, you just had faith in your team. There's nothing wrong with that. One person was like, "Oh man, this video aged like cheese." Well, guess what, goofball? You age cheese. That's what you do. That's what people do. They age cheese like wine. Are you aware? Well, you wasn't aware of this. I'm letting you know now. That's what people do to cheese. Stupid. I'm like, I didn't even say nothing bad about the Ravens. Like, what we doing? The only thing bad I will give y'all this. Flock, I will give y'all this. The only thing bad I said was Derrick Henry got like 160 yards last time we saw y'all, and I said you could cancel that. Outside of that, I said nothing negative about the Ravens. For y'all to come on my page talking the stuff that y'all talk, all you had to do is say good game, bruh. That's it. Flock, 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 flock. All I got is flock, flock, flock up, flock nation, flock this, flock that. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck all of yous. Stupid. Nah, but on the real, congratulations, Flock Nation. Congratulations to the Ravens on their win. Their much deserved win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not going to make it about anything that like we did wrong, because at the end of the day, you won. So respect. And like I told y'all before in the last video, I don't mind the trash talk. I don't mind people coming through talking trash. I went to the game, for crying out loud. And like at first, like people was like talking to me crazy, but then they was like, "Yo, bro, you kind of cool, man. Like, I wish all Steelers fans was like this." I'm like, bro, like it's just words, man. It's all in competitive fun, right? Um, I will say this, man. Y'all got some dope fans, man. We sat in section 136. Shout out to everybody that was in 136. Because I think it was 135 and 136. We was in seats 130. We was at 136, row 2, seats 1 and 2. And man, like Ravens, y'all got some dope fans, man. The guy that was behind us in row 3, 1 and 2, him and his wife, they're season ticket holders. And they at first they was like, but at when I said, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing?" I introduced myself. We all shook hands. We all talked about like the rivalry, the history of the rivalry. I was saying how, man, it's amazing to watch this rivalry like transition, because I don't think any of us truly understood what we had in our division when we had it. Like, we knew we both had good teams. Like, y'all had Ed Reed, we had Troy Polamalu. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had Flacco, we had Big Ben. We had the bus, y'all had Jamal Lewis, y'all had Ray Rice. Like, at every corner, you know what I'm saying, there was someone that was on the other side of the football field that represented y'all very well. I mean, y'all had Ray Lewis, y'all had Terrell Suggs, we had Brett Kiesel, we had James Harrison and company. It's just, we truly had a gem. And that's why, I always be like North shit, man, because, I really believe AFC North got the best division in football, and I believe we have the best rivalry in football between us and the Ravens. So much respect and congratulations on your dub, bro. Like, I have no quarrels with Raven fans, especially the ones that was in my section who held it down. Um, it was wild because we parked in parking lot G at the stadium. Um, and it was a night game. But I mean, the first thing I noticed was like there was like a heavy police presence like everywhere. I was like, dang, like what's going on out here in Baltimore? Because like I said before, this is my first time going to a game in Baltimore. But I heard like a lot of crazy stuff about games in Baltimore. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's police everywhere. Like on the little walkway going up to the stadium, cops kept asking, "Hey, y'all okay?" Yeah, man, we good. Like, why y'all keep asking this, man? Like, I was like, what am I walking? What are we walking into? Is what I was asking myself. There was a sweet, sweet, sweet lady at the entrance. Her name was Miriam, and she was like, "Hey, just it's okay. It's just a football game. If anybody messes with you, man, they had like the Ravens got like a hotline, um, for like to call security and police to your section at your seat if you have a problem." I was like, bro, where are we at right now? Like, this is wild. Like every game I've been to, they got the people in the yellow jackets, the CSC event staff. Like, nah, man, these people got real live police officers and unarmed security at the games, ready to Uncle Phil people at a drop of a dime. All you gotta do is say word. I was like, wow. I've never seen that before, but I understand it was a playoff game. I understand it was a rivalry game, so that might not be the norm, but I was cracking up. No, actually, I think that is the norm because people, man, at my seats, man, people. So we was at the seats, we was talking. I went live, when we got to our seats, because the teams were warming up. Like Lamar Jackson was so close. I could have been like, "What's up, Lamar?" And he probably would have heard me. You know what I'm saying? But the guy behind me had on Lamar Jackson's high school football jersey. I thought that was dope. And he's a season ticket holder. But we had some hecklers come in. It was like 4 or 5 guys came in. As soon as they saw the goal, they're like, "Oh yeah, Schittsburg this, Schittsburg that." They was talking crazy stuff. Because they had to walk through us. They had to walk past us on our row. And I got a tap on my shoulder as soon as they passed me up. The people that was sitting behind us was like, "Hey, don't worry about that. We already called security. We're going to get them up out of here." I was like, dang, like y'all calling the cops on each other? That's wild. He was like, "Yeah, they ain't messing up my season tickets." And one lady was like, "Yeah, they not messing up my security clearance. I'm getting them up out of here. I ain't got time for it." I was like, man, this is wild. But, as the game went on, it was one of them things to where it was just like such a dope atmosphere. I enjoy going to away games. I learned that this season. This is the first time I went to an away game. And we went to the Falcons, we went to the Commanders, and we went to the Ravens. I was going to go to the Eagles joint, but something happened last minute and I couldn't go. So I just got it with my man because he's an Eagles fan. But yeah, man, I enjoy going to other stadiums because you get to see like what their experience is like, and when they go to their games. So, yeah, man, I had a good time, man. I woke up the next day. I don't know what kind of algorithm my video was in, but yeah, man, like Flock Nation was very loud on my page the next morning, and unfortunately, I had to go to work. Well, unfortunately, I had to go to work, so I didn't have a chance to do a video until now. So that's what I'm bringing to y'all. And I just wanted to say big ups to the Ravens fans at the stadium who made sure I got out safely, man. Because I was like, bro, I'm gonna have to fight my way up out of here. And dude was like, "Nah, you good."
And we can handle this shit like gentlemen, or we can get into some gangster shit.
I'm fighting for my life.
We gonna have security take them out. And then like at one point, like I had told the guys because the dudes that had walked by me, they were still talking heavy. And so somebody I was like, "Hey, yo," I walked over to him. I said, "Hey, bro, like I ain't telling y'all what to do, but I was told security was called on y'all. So, y'all might want to, just take heed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they watching y'all basically." And he was like, man, fuck all that. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I need to say. Bet. I walked back to my seat, and my girl was like, security's watching you, chill out. She didn't know I wasn't saying nothing. I was just giving them a heads up. I looked at security. I gave him a thumbs up. I said, we're good. He looked at me with his radio in his hand. He was swaying back and forth. He like, I was like, man, these people, they serious about their jobs, bro. Like I was down there, I was talking trash to the Edgar Allan and Poe. You feel me? Like, I said, man, do little kids come up to y'all? They was like, yeah. I said, nah. I heard a little kid over there screaming, run away from y'all. Look like y'all about to rob some people, man. We just had a good time, man. We had a really, really good time. And at the end of the day, the guys that was kind of heckling me, actually, I was tripping because every stadium I go to, when you get beers, they supposed to crack your beers open as soon as you get them. I got like 4 beers. They ain't cracked none of them. So I just had beers on me, and I'm like, yo, it's fourth quarter. I ain't gonna finish this beer. So I looked up to my man. I said, hey, bro, you drink? I knew he drank because they was all drunk. I said, hey, you drink Miller? He was like, hell yeah. I said, you want it? He was like, yeah. He's like, you sure? Bro, come on, man. Enjoy the beer, bro. Cheers, man. Congrats on your dub, bro. Like, I am as reasonable as fan as you're going to probably find. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have confidence in my team, but I'm not disrespectful at the same time. And, even like, because I got coworkers that are Ravens fans, where I get my gas from, dude, he's a big Ravens fan. We've been talking all year. And I didn't know he was a Ravens fan at first. I had some Steelers gear on. And I'm like, I always have gear on, so I don't know how he never saw me, but I told him then, this had to have been like end of September. I said, bro, if we not in it, I hope Flock take it, man, because y'all are like spitting images of us. Y'all like a representation of the North at the same time. So I'm not to the point where like I wish bad on y'all. I hope y'all get it. I wish y'all the best of luck in the tournament, man, for real. I feel as though y'all have done what you were supposed to do in terms of drafting goes. I was recently reminded we had the opportunity to draft Lamar Jackson. But that year we ended up drafting Terrell Edmonds. I think he went to Virginia Tech. We ended up drafting Terrell Edmonds, and he was a safety. Man, we could have had Lamar. And I was like, but we could have got Lamar, but would the Steelers have done, would the Steelers had did what Baltimore did when they got Lamar? Like, Baltimore was all in on Lamar. Like, everything they did was about helping him, like putting talent around him to showcase his strengths. And I'm like, would the Steelers have done that for Lamar at the time? Kevin Colbert, man, I looked at some of them old drafts, and I was like, bro, some of these people flamed out in like 2 or 3 years. Like, it's wild. Like, some of these some people that Kevin Colbert drafted, I mean, and the Kenny Pickett was just the icing on the cake. But like, some of them picks flamed out so fast under Kevin Colbert. I'm like, bro, were you trying? Like, most of the people we drafted with Kevin Colbert are no longer on the team or even in the league. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. So, I say this. Yeah, we could have got Lamar, but would Lamar look like Lamar? And every person I asked that question to was like, yeah, you got a point there. Like, real live, the number one concern, like, everybody talking about Russell, Justin Fields. I get it. Quarterback is the face of the franchise. But we need an offensive line. Our offensive line is cheeks. Our offensive line is dumpster juice. And, quite frankly, the offensive line ain't been the same since Munchak. They ain't been the same. They ain't been the same. I feel like the Steelers wasted the end of Big Ben's career. I feel like the end of his career was just wasted. And so when I said the other day, well, last week, when we lost to the Bengals, when I said that we should start trading guys for picks. I mean, I mentioned Cam Hayward, I mentioned TJ Watt. I don't know if I mentioned Highsmith. I know I mentioned GP, but I was just like, man, it's to the point where we got to rebuild. And if we're going to have a rebuild, that doesn't take 5 years, we gotta offload talent and we gotta get picks for that talent. And that's real live. You know what I'm saying? It would hurt my heart, but 5 years of agony, you know what I'm saying? 3 to 5 years of agony. I don't know. And maybe that's not the move. But it is what it is at this point, man. I don't want to see guys waste their career in Pittsburgh. Like, I appreciate the loyalty, but I've learned sometimes, when you're too loyal, that's a mistake. At the end of the day, it's a job for them. They get paid. But watching Cam walk back to the locker room, it looked like he was about to stomp a hole in the stadium on the way back to the locker room. And that's just not anything you want to see for a player. I mean, somebody was talking trash about Cam. Man, let me read some of these comments. Somebody said the video aged like Cam Hayward. He had one of the best years of his career. Like, this shit is dumb. Yeah, today proves you were delusional. Hey, I thought my team was going to win. I'm pretty sure you thought your team was going to win the game we played y'all back in October. You win, you lose. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. Like, I'm not saying you're delusional for thinking that your team would win. Like, I think you are a fan of whoever you're a fan of if you ride with your team. I put up a short yesterday because I had that in the chamber, and dude was like, oh man, we want the reaction video. Flock, I got you. Oh, one dude was like, oh yeah, delete your channel. Nah. I mean, I truly enjoy doing these videos, and I like I said, I enjoy the interaction. I enjoy just getting different perspectives from different people, especially people that drop like logic. BG Method said he's supposed to feel that way. I didn't want to play a divisional opponent. I preferred the Chargers, but in truth, the Ravens were better even in the first loss. That's facts. I had a lot of I had a lot of self-inflicted stuff. He said the Steelers just made all the big plays as far as turnovers, and their kicker made his kicks. But without turnovers, they can't beat the Ravens this year. And I said, respect. W take, fam. Like, I appreciate you stopping through the break room. Good luck to your guys the rest of the way. Like, that's how I interact with people. Like, I have not came on here and talked trash about Lamar or any. The only thing I said was Derrick Henry. I didn't think he was going to $160 because last time we played y'all, half our defense was hurt. That's a logical prediction, is what that was. And then I said what I said about Marlon Humphrey. Like, I don't agree with what he did on that play. And when I was talking to my man at the game, he was like, I agree with you wholeheartedly. He said that happened right in front of us. And he said, I disagree with it. And a lot of people, even though we celebrate the touchdown, when we started talking about it, we just didn't agree with that. We don't want to be recognized as being that kind of ball club. And I said, respect, bro. Like, hey man, if y'all want to have logical conversations, we can have logical conversations. But the nonsense, man, I don't really rock with it. I don't think it's a good look. Another one was dope. Was James Jones 8974. He said, I'm a Ravens fan and I'm from Baltimore. Steelers are a good team, but playing Russ over Fields to me was a huge mistake. Fields playing is a nightmare matchup with his running ability. The play action will be crazy with him under center. Russ is washed and your receiver core isn't the best this year. NFL young boy is a problem, but he is I think he meant to put immature. He is very immature. But playing the Ravens is tough because you have to pick your poison with Lamar and Henry. And he took a shot in there. He said, and thank you for picking up PQ. He's only good when he has a better linebacker next to him. And I said, I appreciate your logic, my man. I agree, but we don't have the roster built for Fields. I said y'all went custom for Lamar. Pittsburgh would have never done it then, and they haven't done it this season. People complain now, but if we had drafted Lamar with Terrell Owens, he wouldn't be the Lamar we see today. Who developed each year. I said respect, bro, and I gave him 100 emoji. Like, I man, I don't be giving y'all nothing, man. It's all love, bro. Like for real. And I told my man and I was hollering at him. I was hollering at my man this morning because I used to always walk in and just give him like this blank stare. Like from across the gas station, right? And every time he would see me, it would be funny because like he would pause and he would like look up and be like, "Man, you wilding, bro!" Like, and I would crack him up every time, man, and we would chop it up for like 30, 40 minutes each time. So I truly mean what I'm saying here. I don't have any smoke for Ravens or the flock. You know what I'm saying? The flock, y'all cool, man. Some people wouldn't fist bump me. I'm like, man, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. I ran into a couple of man. One dude was dressed like Ray Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was about to hit the little intro on me with Ray Lewis and try to run me over like Stone Cold Steve Austin or something, bro. Like I was like, he like, nah, man, it's love, bro. Let's take a picture, man. And I'm the same way when we in Pittsburgh. I try to tell people, man, when y'all come to Pittsburgh, I don't believe in anybody having a bad experience at a game because we all bust our ass to have what we have. We all work hard. And we all just want to come to the game and root for our team. Not necessarily, like I tell people, I don't root against the Ravens. I just root for my team. So like if they do something good, cool, I cheer for it. But I don't be like I don't root against the Ravens. If that makes sense to you. Hopefully it makes sense. But I mean that's just how I try to get down. Oh yeah, here's another one. Dude said 411. Whoa there, buddy. You got too much dip on your chip and way the fuck out of pocket. The flock loves to know what the haters say. And I said, me saying I believe, and I went to that exact timestamp, right? I said, me saying I believe in my team and have high hopes is out of pocket. I said, that's a new one. And for real, man, like, I don't quite understand some of the comments, to be honest with you. And I get it. You're going to get a mixture of comments between drunk and sober and everything in between. But yeah, some of this stuff was like people just talking to talk. But I understand. It is what it is. Y'all won. So again, congrats. And I wish y'all the best going forward. I just think this is where I am going to get critical on Pittsburgh here. That 4th and inches play, when that happened, it was a guy across the aisle from me. He was calling everything. Like, I was like, bro, are you like on the field? Like, he saw everything. He was like, that's a flag. He like, that's a flag. That's a face mask. Where the face mask? And I was messing with him. I was like, bro, you're not gonna get every call. He like, yeah, I know. I'm just calling it out. That's all. It's all good. And when it was 4th and inches, he was like, watch for the fake. Watch for the fake. And when we punt the ball away on that 4th and inches, he was like, he looked at me, he said, bro, I can't believe y'all punt that. And other Ravens fans around me said the same thing. Like, folks were coming down the stairs to talk to me. They're like, man, I can't believe y'all punt that, bro. But hopefully it's a good game, man. Hopefully it's a good game. And you could tell some people are used to people taking offense to stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like people are so used to taking offense to stuff. And I guess I was like the complete opposite of what people expected. And so, I mean, by the end of the game, man, we was all taking pictures. We was peace signs, all that. enjoying the vibe. I think the Ravens, I don't think I've said this yet. I think the Ravens have a dope stadium. Like, y'all got a dope stadium, man. Y'all had a dope light show, all that. Like, I've been to a couple night games at Pittsburgh, but I don't recall seeing that. They gave out the little wrist thingies that light up, when they cut the lights, because whenever they score a touchdown, they clip the lights and they do like a little celebration thing. So it was just dope to experience, to see what, like I said, what other fans get when they go to games, and just compare it to like what we get in Pittsburgh. So yeah, man, Flock, man, y'all cool with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I might go live just to talk to a couple of y'all, because a couple of y'all are dope, man. So if y'all want to do a live, I guess I could schedule a live, and that way we can all jump on. And then we could just go from there. I'll even put somebody on the live with me if they want to like talk about the game or whatever, or if they even want to talk about the Bills matchup coming up y'all got, because I think that's gonna be a crazy matchup. When you talk about two guys that were finalists for the MVP conversation, two guys that teams have kind of had like playoff disappointment. Buffalo Bills, man, people been saying the last couple of years is their time. People been saying the same thing about the Ravens, and depending on who you talk to, either one have been picked as favorites to like knock off the Chiefs. So I think either way you slice it, this is building up to be a crazy AFC championship game, but it's also going to be a super dope divisional round too. So, but yeah, man, I don't mind hopping on for that either. But yeah, man, it's your boy, Mr. Wilson. We still on break, but I'm gonna jump up off of here, man. I gotta do some stuff, man, around the house today. But I did want to jump on and show respect to Flock Nation, show respect, and extend, what I'm saying, my congratulations to y'all for your dub. Y'all did what y'all needed to do. Y'all handled business. And quite frankly, what I'm saying, y'all put us out the playoffs, man.
No, don't just hand it to me. I gotta take it from you. Yeah, they're watching and looking.
All right. Now this is gonna hurt a little bit. Huh? I say this is gonna hurt a little bit. Okay.
Oh, Jesus, that's incredible.
But it is what it is, man. We knew someone had to win the game. But I can't say this enough. I do wish y'all the best going forward. And, you already know we're going to see y'all twice next year. But until the next break, I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed, and y'all be easy. Peace.